It was funny. The only thing I didn't enjoy, and that's one of the reasons we broke up, is that there was a time when all we worried about was getting laughs.
Yeah.
Making everything funny, and then Cheech got a little serious, and serious people are it's okay, but I'd rather be around someone that's going to make me laugh all the time.
Of course, yeah. All right, we got, let's see. Oh, okay, we had a caller. Now he's gone. Tell you what, let's take a break. I've got a classic routine, an early routine from the Big Bamboo album that I've been waiting to play. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll play a great classic Cheech and Chong routine and talk a little more.
Do I have time to go down and get some more sandwiches?
Oh, sure you do.
Well, you got some good food here. That bread is excellent.
It's good stuff.
Where'd you find that?
The guy selling it down in the corner there, along with some sweet corn.
Oh.
No, we knew you were coming, so we decided to put on the dog food. All right,
food, man.
We'll be back. We're going to come back and talk more with Tommy Chong in a minute, right here on 103.1.
Well, you're a regular Rembrandt, Oh, I love the way you use the corn in there for texture, Ralph.
Oh, man. Going back to Big Bamboo. And what year was that, Tommy?
Yeah, that was 72, something like that. No, let's see, we recorded our first one in 71, and we did every one a year for it. That was probably 74.
God.
That was 74.
That was some great stuff.
We got a Grammy for one of them.
That Los Cochinos. Yeah.
It should have been for Bamboo.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should have won everything for Bamboo, but they always give you a year later.
Yeah, right.
If you're still around.
Yeah, that's some
that
great
was good stuff. See, that's a Cheech that I miss.
Yeah. And see, people nowadays, the younger kids just don't realize how popular that was. I mean, all right, I'm going to, go ahead and spill the beans. I'm 42, okay?
Yeah.
And, I mean, when I was 17 and these albums came out, I mean, you're at a party and, somebody puts on a Cheech and Chong album and that party stops.
Yeah, well, or it keeps going. And
Well,
everybody stops to hear the punchline.
Yeah.
And then they keep going, and the sound of the record melts in with the party, so it sounds like you got this real doper party going on. I was at a party one time, and they did that, and they put on a Cheech and Chong record. Then as soon as the punchline came, everybody shut up and said, "Shut up!" And laugh.
Is Dave not here, man? Yeah. And that catchphrase, I mean, God, I talked about that earlier this morning. I mean, bigger than where's the beef or whatever, anything.
Well, and it's still there. The thing is with Cheech and Chong that when Cheech and I broke up, Cheech said, well, it's over, and Nancy Reagan, that was 10 years ago. Nancy Reagan said, just say no to drugs. And,
right.
And everybody was, on our case. And it was like, Cheech said, well, that's it. But I knew, that because everything we did was timeless. You couldn't really put a label on it and say, yeah, this was dated. Like a lot of George Carlin stuff is dated. Steve Martin stuff was dated. It was of the times. But our stuff is sort of like ageless, man.
It's staying power, yeah.
Yeah, you got kids now. It's like a rite of passage, Yeah. I think they should enter, Cheech and Chong should be like an elective at school. You can... You can get a degree. You can get a degree in Cheech and Chong because more kids these days know more about us than they do about what they're supposed to be learning.
Oh, man. Now, how did you guys handle the fame? First off, did you guys really get off on being recognized all over the place as the two biggest comedy?
Well, what happens when it's happening, you don't know it.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of reviewers and people that try to hold you down, that knock you, like as soon as you get popular or famous, there's a whole bunch of people come out of the woodwork that try to remind you that you're really nothing. And so when it's happening, you don't even know it's happening.
Sure.
It's only now that I get a taste, because what I do after a concert, I'll sell T-shirts, sign autographs. And then people come up and tell me their stories, and then it's only since I've been on the road, the last 5 years, that I've really realized, the effect that we had on the population.
Oh, a big effect.
Yeah, let's. I owe everything I am to you, man. I'm thinking, oh God.
Oh man,
I did this to a whole generation, a couple of generations.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay, man, because, on the other side of the coin, I've had a lot of, like professional people come up to me and say, hey, I couldn't have made it through school without you.
That's cool. That's cool. Don's on line one. Don's been hanging on since I can remember. Don, you still there, buddy?
Oh, yeah, I'm here.
What's going on?
You ain't got much to do anyway, do you, Don?
No, I'm just sitting around.
Yeah, that's good, man. What you waiting for, the crops to come in?
Yeah, that's it. Just chilling, waiting for the crops.
Yeah, there you go.
So, hey, man, I was just wondering, didn't you start out in music?
I sure did.
Comedy?
Yeah, I sure did. I still am into music. In fact, this movie I did called Best Buds, I'm going to do the music soundtrack with this great pianist, recorder, composer. And I'm getting back into music.
Cool.
Yeah,
what all do you play, man?
I just play guitar. Or I can play, I can play bass, any string, practically any stringed thing.
That's cool.
I really pride myself. I'm a real good rhythm guitar player. I can solo a little bit, but my main thing was rhythm.
Tommy even jammed with Hendrix once.
Sure did. Yeah, sure did.
Oh, cool.
Jimmy. Well, he was Jimmy James when I knew him in Seattle, but I met him in England at the top of his fame, and I didn't know it was the same guy until he told me he come up. He had the boas and all that stuff, and everybody freaks. Says Hendrix, man, he wants to sit in. And I was going to do that old band thing. Sorry, man, we got a rule. We don't let other guys sit in. Wouldn't that have been cool? I know Paul McCartney wanted to sit in too, but we told him the same thing.
Yeah, really. So, you got anything else there, Don?
Well, I was just wondering, man. I wanted to meet you, man. Before or after the show or something, man.
Well, I meet everybody after the show. I'm like an old revival preacher, stand outside and say good night to all the congregation for coming. So come on down the show. After the show, I'll be glad to meet you.
All right.
Okay.
Take it easy, Don.
Bye.
That's cool. I can't wait for the show. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I think so. I've I've been working with Steele. What's his name?
Scott Steele.
Scott Steele.
Yeah.
I love Scott. Scott, he's got a what do you call it, time deficit problem. Everything's only a few minutes away. When I took the gig, he goes, oh yeah, it's a few minutes out of Davenport.
Yeah, a few minutes.
A few minutes.
Just fall asleep and you'll be there.
And then we're driving to the radio station, and he goes, we're only a few minutes away. I keep watching, we're going through counties, farmland,
miles of corn,
miles and miles.
Oh man, God.
We're almost there. We're a few minutes away from everything.
Yeah.
Well, he's got such a great attitude, that you gotta love him. But boy, I'm sure glad he didn't meet my wife when we found out it was a 4.5-hour drive from Davenport.
Boy.
Because that's one of her pet peeves, She hates being in a car alone with me for any length of time. Well, with anybody. Women,
yeah. Well, it's that bathroom thing.
Yeah, it was. Not only that, it's everything. It's like, they could be shopping instead of driving.
Jeez. All right, let's go to line 4 and see who we got on here.
Hi, you are so super. I mean,
wow,
I'm really into your vibes. I really groove in your voice, man. You're the best. I'm hip and you're happening. Hey, I mean that. Okay, gotta jump. Hang in there, dude.
Wow, let's get rid of that guy. I don't know where that came from, man. That's...
Was that a guy?
I guess, yeah, line 4.
You're kidding, that was a call?
Oh, I'm goofing on you, Tommy.
No, that was a record, right?
Got a million of them, buddy. All right.
You got me.
I got you that time. Hey, I want to go back to just some of the earlier, just Up in Smoke for one. I mean, you worked with some really big names in those movies. Well,
I wrote, as I found out later, that Cheech and I wrote all the movies, and we actually directed them. Although Lou Adler put his name on the first one. Mm-hmm. And said he directed it. We really directed it. Yeah, because it's like Jim Carrey, when people say, they directed Jim Carrey.
Right.
Yeah, they directed everybody around Jim Carrey.
Sure.
They said, get out of his way. That's how you do it. And that was basically with Cheech and Chong, It was like directing us as like saying, okay, whatever they want to do, they're going to do it and just follow them around. But